Okay, so guys, if you can hear me, please say something. Okay, okay.
Yes,
I've
we can.
seen the messages. Okay, you can hear me, right? Victor, you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you, ma.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so you guys should say something. You go to your class group and say something now. Let others be aware that this class has started. Go
We
and
are
notify
saying, ma.
others.
Okay.
Okay, you've done that already.
Yes, ma, we are doing that too.
Okay, okay. Mute yourself then. All right, so we are going to start regardless of others. I'm sure there's a reason why they're not in class, but we have to move forward. Uh, Without wasting so much time again, it's very, very important that you guys take your classes seriously. I noticed this class was postponed yesterday, still because of the same issue. When students start attending something from the beginning, as time goes on, they start, I don't know what to call it exactly. Maybe it's because of the idea that they'll get the recording. It is very, very bad. If we choose not to give out the recording, what do you really want to do? What do they really intend to do? Do you understand? So you guys should be endeavoring to be present in a live class. You cannot be hoping on just using your recordings. So for those of you who are in this class today, I'm gonna personally take notes of the people who are in this particular class, and then I'll also take notes of those that will be requesting for the recording, because this class was pre-announced and then was cancelled yesterday and moved to today. So anybody missing it has absolutely no excuse at this point. So with me here is your coach. Your coach is already available on this call and he's been waiting to get started. Let me introduce him very briefly. Okay, so his name is Mr. Ukemobong. Mr. Ukemobong is an artist and a Web3 consultant, an educator, a DAO contributor. Now, some of the things that I'm going to be mentioning about Mr. Kemebong are things that you may not even know the meaning. But all you need to know is that Mr. Kemebong is actually a professional when it has to do with this particular field of study in the blockchain ecosystem. And that is NFTs, metaverse. This particular area that is going to be taking you on, that is his niche. Are you with me? That is his niche. That is his field. This is someone who has made so much money, who have created impact in the lives of people because of this in this particular field. He has onboarded over 400 people into NFT space. So as you're listening to him, be open-minded, be willing, just open yourself up to receive as well, to learn, to drink from him, from his wealth of knowledge, and then write down your important questions so that he can attend to it. So before I call on Mr. Kumabong to take over the class, because I think we are already too late, you guys should put some fire in the chat room here on Zoom. I mean on Zoom. Put some fire in the chat room to celebrate him, to welcome him in. I want to see some fire in the chat room here in Zoom, not your WhatsApp group. Put some fire in here right now to welcome him in. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, so the more you celebrate him, the more he'll feel welcome, that he is in the right place. So you do that to celebrate your coach. You do that to bring him in. So like I was saying, that Mr. Kemebong has onboarded over 400 people into the NFT space, guiding them, mentoring them, and helping them to take advantage of this beautiful technology. So while you are here, you are going to be the next. Just have that at the back of your mind. As you're learning from him, know that you're going to be the next. Are you guys with me? So without wasting so much time, I'd like to hand over the floor to Mr. Okeme. Please, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you. I wonder if I'm audible.
Okay. My name is Sally Jacob. Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sally Jacob. Those here knows me already. So my name is Miss Sally Jacob. Nice to have you with us, sir.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Okay,
It's a
sir, the floor is
pleasure.
yours, please.
It's a pleasure to be here. I hope I'm very, very audible because I'm already touching my AirPods right now.
It's not very clear. I can hear you, but it's not very audible.
Oh, okay, just give me a few seconds.
Okay. Okay. So while we wait for him to come back up, he's saying we should give him a few seconds. I think he's trying to get his earpiece so that you guys can hear him clearly. So, guys, if you have any of your group, you can send a quick DM to them so that they can come to class. You can tell them the class has started. Most of them, they're probably not, they are not opening the group, so they are not aware that class has started. So go to their DMs and inform them that Batch G class on NFT is starting immediately. So do that. Okay, Mr. Zion, are you back?
Yes, I'm back. Am I audible now?
Yes, very audible. Very audible. Thank you very much. You have the floor.
Awesome. Thank you too. It's a pleasure to be here, and kudos to the blueprint for organizing this cohort. It's something very that it's not really done so much in this space. Educating people and being very very intricate in the education. Anywho, my name is Zion. I'm an artist and also I am an educator in the NFT space. And I'm going to take you today on intro to NFTs. I'm sure we've all heard about what NFTs are and the possible use cases for NFTs and all that. So by the end of this call, we're going to learn what NFTs are. We are going to also learn what you need to buy or sell NFTs. We'll also learn how you can acquire crypto, how you can buy crypto, where you can buy it, and how to set up your crypto wallet. We do a little bit, talk on security, and then I'll highlight a few crypto wallets that are kind of popular depending on which blockchain. And I'll probably talk a little bit about what a blockchain is and just cite some examples. And I also expect that by the end of this class, we'll all know how to create, how to buy, and how to sell NFTs. All right. I hope I was audible. If that was clear, can I see some thumbs up or something so I can like go on and begin? Awesome, 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 awesome. So now I'll start from the top. What are NFTs? NFTs simply stand for non-fungible token, and that's the most simple term that you can define that. And it's just let's say a unique digital asset that can be traded and stored on the blockchain. Now, if you're confused about the grammar there, when I say digital assets, I mean any digital item. Example, picture. Example, music. A music file, an MP3 file, a video file, that's an MP4 file, a picture, that is a JPEG file or a PNG file. All right. So those are digital items, those are digital files. So those are digital assets. So as I said earlier, that NFTs are unique digital assets that are traded and stored on the blockchain. A blockchain is something, it's not very complicated as the grammar seems. It is just simply a ledger, that is a list of stuff, and it's like, let's say, a registrar, all right, where you have the names and the timestamps of each of these digital assets or digital files. So a blockchain, the technology, how the technology is built is that it's built on different computers that are decentralized all over the world. Anybody's computer, so far as you are accessing any web page that is built on the blockchain, that's your computer, that's your device, now becomes a server of its own. Unlike how Facebook and Yahoo Mail and Google Mail works, where they have one centralized server, that is where they store all the information on one place, as opposed to the blockchain, information is stored on everywhere at the same time. Please, if that was confusing, you can just interrupt me at any time and just tell me, hey, that one was confusing, or you understand, so I can know I'm talking to people. All right. So can I go on? Was that
Okay,
clear?
okay. So I'd like to say something.
Okay.
Okay, we are actually expecting a slide where they can see these things while you're talking as well. So I don't know if that's available.
Oh no, I do not. I do not prepare slides for this. I don't actually even have slides for this. I actually
Okay.
learned NFTs. Being creating it and just you know um, how do I phrase this? Doing it, learning it as I'm doing it. So I actually do not have a slide, but by the end of the class I'm going to drop a couple of links that will take you to different articles, Twitter threads that other people have written out, and then explained exactly all what I'm saying. But I do not have slides for this class. But in the end of the class, I'm going to provide the links and articles where you guys can read more on this. Is that okay?
Class, but slide. I hope that's fine as well.
I didn't get you.
I said this, that's okay. That's okay for this particular class. So I don't know when we might be having the next class, but a slide, we might really need a slide for the next class so that we can go over what everybody did previously.
Oh, okay. I'll fix that.
Thank you so much. Okay, so you can continue.
All right. So yeah, the next stuff I'll be talking about is what you need to buy or sell or create NFTs. The first thing on the list would be you need access to internet. You have your device, either your phone or your computer. Anyone would do. You need a crypto wallet, and then you will need a crypto currency, a crypto coin, and then you also need the digital file that you wish to create the NFT. I'll go over that again. You need internet, you need your smart device, that's a phone or a computer, you need a crypto wallet, a crypto coin, and you also need the file that you would use to create the NFT. And it's also important to know that anything can be digitalized as a token. All right. So now there is something really important I like to point out when I'm talking about NFTs. That NFTs is kind of there's this margin that you need to know that it's either you're coming to create NFTs or you're coming to buy NFTs. Although you could do both, but it's quite important that you have that at the back of your mind. To create NFTs, it's something mostly for creators, visual artists, musicians, poets, producers, photographers, and such. All right, those are the people who create NFTs. Most of those people are those who create NFTs. Even myself, as an artist, I've created a couple of NFT collections. Or on the other side of the coin are the collectors, those who come into the space and then they buy NFTs and they sell NFTs. They buy cheap and they sell when the price gets high. And I believe that's part of a purpose for this class too. So first thing you most likely do is that when you get your device, the first thing you should do, connect to internet. You go to your Play Store or your Google Play, whichever this thing is good for you, and then you download the crypto wallet that you'd use for to store your NFTs. Now, if you could ask, what are crypto wallets? Crypto wallets are where your crypto coins and your NFTs are being stored. This is where they are being kept in your own custody. All right. No other person has access to your wallet, and no other person can decide how much you decide to keep or how much you want to transfer from your wallet or to your wallet. So it is a self-custody wallet, and that also boils down to why it is a decentralized economy, because you are the sole owner and sole proprietor of all your assets and cryptocurrencies. So when you get your crypto wallet, you set it up by I'll also drop a link at the end of the class how to set up MetaMask. MetaMask is arguably the most popular crypto wallet on Ethereum. It's arguably the most uh, popular this thing crypto wallet on Ethereum. I just dropped the link to a tweet where you can watch a video how to set up your MetaMask. All right. So if you check there, you'll see that to take it to this video where you watch how to set up your MetaMask. It's really easy and very straightforward. It's not difficult. I believe if you just watch the video and just follow the easy steps, you just go all the way and then have it all set up. So at this point, this is where I'll have to highlight a lot and talk a lot about security in the crypto space. As I said earlier, that your wallet is a self-custody wallet. That means that you are the one protecting your assets. That also means that anything at all in terms of security breach that happens to you, you are the sole cause of it, or you are the only person that can protect yourself from anything, from any malicious contract or any malicious events. All right. The first trick in this space, the first and the most important thing in this space is that you do not click any link that someone sent to you that you do not know. You do not trust that person. You do not know where that person came from. You do not know where that link is taking you to. And then someone just enters your DM on Twitter and then they send you a link and say, click this link. We are giving away this and that and that. If I have never clicked any link, and unfortunately I've gotten hacked just a few times, and it wasn't my main wallet. It was just one of my Bona wallets that I did not have any important assets inside. So it is very, very important that you do not click any link. I cannot stop saying that you have to take your security very, 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 very serious, because there is no customer care support that you call and say, yeah, I clicked this link, and these things have disappeared from my wallet. There is nobody for you to call and complain to. So it's very, very important that you avoid clicking links. Okay? You need to have multiple wallets. Let's say you can have at least 3 crypto wallets. The one that is your hot wallet, the other one it can be your Bona wallet, and then the other one is the vault. The hot wallet is the one that you use and just do any means that you want to do at all. When you after you get the asset you want to acquire, you can transfer it into your vault. The vault wallet, you do not connect that with anything. The only thing that is entering inside that wallet is the things that you are sending from one of your other wallets. Okay, these are the tricks that I've been using that have kept me up till now. I've not gotten so wrecked. And please, it's very important that you take this very, very serious. And also, if unfortunately it happens to you, um, maybe you can. I'll definitely leave my contact. You can reach out, and then I'll show you how you can revoke the access that all those malicious links have caused to you. But that is just some very complicated something that we probably would do that in the next cohort or in future. But as I said earlier, it is very important that you do not click any links. This is the security 101. It's a very simple trick. If you do not click any links, you are going to stay safe, and you stay very, very long in this space. Did anyone have any issue or any questions regarding the security there?
No, sir.
Awesome, awesome. So now you have your whole wallet set up and prepared. You're ready to go. What you now do next is that you need to buy your cryptocurrency. You can buy cryptocurrency through Coin Profile. You can buy it through Binance, and then you can just buy it through centralized exchanges, and then you transfer it into your MetaMask wallet, where you can get yourself ready, and then you just can get started, collecting and trading NFTs from there. I hope you guys are having a lot of questions to ask me, because I'll be I'll be disappointed if I'm not bombarded with a lot of questions, honestly.
There is one question in the chat box.
Okay, give me a moment. Malicious links. The question is it possible to identify malicious links from their stance? Yes, it's possible to identify malicious links. There are different tools where they kind of scan links. That is, if you just see a link, you copy the link into the website, and then the website does its job by scanning through the link to know if there is something malicious inside it, something that could some codes that could hack your computer or hack your device. So yeah, there are different tools for that. There are different tools for that, but I personally haven't used I haven't used any of them ever, because I prefer to just not click any link and not try to be very let me just say greedy. I don't try to be greedy in this space. I hope that was clear.
Clear, sir.
Okay. So I'm just going to now mention a few terminologies and some kind of a few things that you will expect when you are trying to buy an NFT. You can just give me a minute. I want to like try and create a kind of I want to share my screen and then let you guys see how it works. Just give me a moment, please. Please, I do not have the permission to share screen. Admin. Did you get me? Okay. No. Hello. See, someone is trying to say something, but I cannot hear anything.
Hello, Sion. What was the challenge?
Yeah, I said I wanted to like share my screen to kind of show everybody how the process of buying an NFT looks.
You can. You are a co-host. You have many co-hosts. You can do that.
Yeah, like the share button is not turning blue.
You should be able to do that because you are a co-host. You should be able to do that.
It's still same thing. No, I cannot hear you. Just ask what you're asking. Still not working, so I think I'll just perhaps we'll do that tomorrow before we begin tomorrow's lessons, because I don't know why share button is not popping up. Okay. So let's say we are now ready. We have gotten our crypto into. Let's say we've gotten our cryptocurrency into our wallet now. We've gotten cryptocurrency into MetaMask, and then we are now ready to buy an NFT. What we'll do is that we'll go to an NFT marketplace. Marketplace is where NFTs are being bought and NFTs are being sold. It is just a website actually, but NFTs are all on the blockchain, and then that is where NFTs are bought, NFTs are sold. So you can like search for the NFT that you want, assuming you know the name of the project you want to buy from. You just search for the name there. You see the pop-up. You do your due diligence. You confirm whether the Twitter handle that is on that profile in the marketplace is the same with the one on their website. You just do your own due diligence, because there's a lot of bad bad actors in this space. So you do your due diligence, make sure that everything checks out. Then you go ahead to connect your wallet. I really wish I could share my screen. I don't feel good just talking about this. It's not working.
I wonder, are you using a laptop or
Yeah, I'm
mobile
using a
device?
laptop.
Yeah, I think it should work. I wonder why. Because you are a co-host, you are permitted to share screen.
Surprising. Anyway, when you get on any marketplace, there is always a bubble that shows connect wallet. All right. And in Web3, instead of, signing up with your email and putting password and putting all of those, your personal details, the only thing you just need to do is to connect your wallet. So what that means is that when you click on that button, connect wallet, it sends a message, a signature to your crypto wallet. Assuming it is on your computer, it is going to come out like a pop-up, to just pop up at the corner of your screen. Then you sign. There is reject and then there is sign. All right. You sign. When you sign, it means you've given that website the authority, to read your wallet and kind of approve transactions from your wallet. You forgive me, I'm going to be a little bit slow because I'm looking for a link, a video to also share, like a link to a video to also share about what I'm talking about now, because it's not something I'm not really comfortable that I'm just talking about it, and instead of showing, this is the part I was supposed to be showing. So when you connect the wallet, that means you now have access to like buy or sell NFTs on that marketplace that you are on. And at this point, you will not be charged for anything, or any fees won't be charged from you. So after you connect your wallet, you can scroll through, or as I said, you search for the project you wanted to buy. You find it, do your due diligence. You notice I mentioned that like twice because security is important. You do your due diligence and make sure that those are the right people. Then when you click on buy an NFT, it sends another prompt to your wallet. It comes as, do you want to buy this thing? And then some details that come with that thing. with that prompt are like displayed there. All right. At this point, there is something called gas fees that will come alongside this transaction, because right now you are ready to buy. The transaction is about to go down, so you you have to pay what they call gas fees. Gas fees is like it is just actually just the transfer fees. Like you want to transfer money from your bank account to another person's bank account, there is transfer fees like 20 naira or 15 naira, something like that. So that is what gas fees is. If you want to do anything on the blockchain, you will pay a fee called gas fees. All right. It is not, the gas here is not, it's not cooking gas. It is not fuel. It's not cooking gas and fuel. It is just what they call it, gas fees. It's transactional fees, but they just call it gas fees. It's just the fancy name for it. So you will approve it and then you pay for the gas fees. Gas fees can get really high, all right? Gas fees can get as high as $100, can get as high as $200. So you need to be very patient at this point. You could see gas fees that are like really high, and you just wait for a while, and then you see where when the thing comes down, when gas fees come down, all right, you see when they come down, and then you can like you can approve the transaction when the gas fee is down. All right, I just pasted a link to an explanation of everything gas fees, all right, so that you can understand that properly, and then you can know how you can kind of toggle the gas fee, and you can set it at at a point or a range where you are comfortable with. Let's say, for instance, you have like only $10 or so in your crypto wallet, but gas fees now is like 20 something dollars, $30. It just keeps changing at every time. Okay, so you can just if you watch this video, you learn how you can set the price point at between $7 to $10, so that whenever gas fees come down to that price, your transaction will be approved. Okay, so that is a very, very important thing we should also take note of. All right, gas fee is measured in GWEI, GWEI. It's just a little denomination of Ethereum. Let's say like Naira and Kobo. All right, there is Naira and then there is Kobo part. So now there is Ethereum. Then the small denomination of Ethereum is GWEI. I think 100,000 GWEI makes up point 0.1 Ethereum or so. I'm not really sure of the figures. I think it's 10,000. 10,000 GWEI makes point 0.1 Ethereum. Did someone ask something?
I was asking gas fee. You said what is it used to? What is used to measure it?
Nothing is used to measure it. It is the transaction cost, like the cost of approving any transaction on the blockchain. If you want to transfer cryptocurrency from one wallet to another wallet, you will pay a little token, a little amount of money, and that money is called gas fees. Okay, if you want to buy NFT, you pay what they call gas fee. It's transaction money. It's like when you transfer money from your bank account to another bank account. Maybe they always charge you and this thing now when you transfer money. So that
Yes, sir.
kind of concept, all right, is also applicable on the blockchain. Okay, let me that is like that kind of concept is just applicable, but technically you can say that gas is the amount of energy required to make a blockchain transaction possible. Anytime that you transact on the blockchain, you will be paying gas fees. So if you are buying anything, so far as that is a transaction that you are getting an asset or transferring an asset, you are going to pay the transaction fee, being called gas fees. And the money goes to the people that they call miners. All right. If you ask who are miners, these are people that are sitting down and writing all these codes and making this whole blockchain possible. They are developers, software developers. I don't know. I'm not a technical guy, so I cannot go very deep into the technical, aspect of gas fees. But I know that it goes to the developers. That is the people writing the codes and approving that these items will be transferred into this wallet. I hope that was clear.
Clear, sir.
All right. So you see, gas fees, as I said, that it fluctuates a lot. It gets as high as $100, $200. I remember in 2021 when I joined this space, there's a time I paid gas fees of over $350 for gas fees. It was crazy. So then I didn't even understand. I was just like, okay, I've finished creating this art now. I want to make it as an NFT. So I was just like, okay, go, go, go. The gas fees was 300 and something. I did not care. But I now learned that when gas fees are high like that, up to $200, it is simply because the amount of transactions that is happening at that moment is a lot. So when there is a lot of transactions happening right now, it causes the gas fees to go up. So when there are less transactions going on the blockchain, it makes the gas fees to come down. So when you see as the gas fee is very, very high, there's probably something worth a lot of money, worth millions of dollars, that is there's a lot of transaction going on the blockchain at that moment. So what you do is that you just wait. And as I said, you can actually set the price point that you want it to be. If you watch that video that I shared, the link to that video I shared in the chat, you can watch and learn how to set the. Okay, I just saw this question. Aside NFT transactions, are gas fees also charged in creating an NFTs? Yes, they are charged. That's what I was saying. They are charged. Anything at all that you want to do on the blockchain, you are going to pay gas fees for it. For in the case of creating NFTs, you will pay gas fees for it. In the case of buying NFTs, you will create gas for you will pay gas fees for it. Even if you want to burn that NFT, that when you say burn NFTs, it means that you are kind of destroying it. Let's say I create an NFT now, then I made a mistake in the name. Let's say I wanted to type Ukeme and now typed Udeme. So now it is on the blockchain. I cannot edit it. The only thing I can do to that NFT is to destroy it. And the term that they use is called burning, like to set something on fire. That's burn, yeah, like fire kind of burn. So that even if you want to do that, even if you want to destroy an NFT, you also pay gas fees. You will pay gas fees for anything you want to do. But don't it's not something to feel a lot of pressure about, because it I think it's important for you guys to understand that Ethereum had gone through a process they called the merge, where Ethereum was moved from proof of work to proof of stake. It's a little bit tricky, but the basic line is that they just try to conserve the kind of energy the kind of energy that miners use when they are creating NFTs, or when they are like mining cryptocurrencies. All right, like energy in terms of the heat that all those computers cause, and just carbon emission, and just global warming, you understand. So they moved from a particular protocol that they used before, called proof of work, to a new protocol called proof of stake. So because of that process, it has now made gas fees to significantly be cheaper. Recently, if I see gas fees up to like $20, it feels like it's too much, because now, because of that merge and that move into a new protocol, gas fees can even be as low as $2, $5, and $6, thereby bringing down the barrier of entry, making it possible for any other person or any regular person, an average person, to like get into the blockchain and also participate in this creator economy. So gas fees used to be high, but they are not they are not as high anymore. I think I just saw another question. What explanation are you asking me to recap, please? Just specify. I'll get back to that. So yeah, there is a website you can check gas fees, like a gas tracker, to know how much gas fees is before you go and do something now, and then you now see gas fees being so much. You understand? The website I just shared that. That's where you can like track your gas fees, know when it's going up and watch when it's coming down, so you can go ahead and do whatever you wanted to do. Either you wanted to mint NFT, wanted to buy NFT, or something you wanted to do. And it's also important that if you set your price, the price point for your gas fees, okay, and then it looks like it's taking so long for the transaction to go through, it's probably because the gas fees has not come down up to that level. All right. So it's also possible that the thing can get stuck there for a while. You can just get stuck there, and then the transaction will fail, and then you lose your asset. So it's advisable, all these things, when you do it, you just have to think, think twice about it, analyze it well, and make sure that you are doing exactly exactly what you want to do. Okay, because as I said, there is no customer care service to for you to call and for you to call and complain to. So after checking your gas fees, you can go ahead to collect the NFT. It will take a little while to approve. I think it takes like 3 to 5 minutes to approve the transaction of the NFT, and then just like that, the NFT would appear on inside, right there inside your wallet. And also, I'm sharing a link to OpenSea. OpenSea is the largest NFT marketplace. It covers different blockchains: Ethereum blockchain, uh, Tezos, Solana, etc. So OpenSea is being the largest, is also very popular, and is also very at the same time very tricky to see a lot of scams and scam projects inside here. For you to avoid that, to avoid scams, what you need to do is to be a part of a community, an NFT community, a kind of community that people who have been in the space before you are giving you advice. And it's not like they are, it's not like they are better than you in terms of judging what is good or what is bad. No, they are not. Nobody's better than you, but they are kind of they kind of see ahead and kind of understand when a project is a scam project. I wanted to give an instance. Tomorrow, I promise, tomorrow I'll find a way to resolve this screen sharing thing, and then we'll go over some of the things that I really need to share from the screen, so that we see.
Okay, excuse, sorry to cut you in,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Can you hear me? Please, can you hear
Yeah,
me clearly
I'm
now?
hearing you. Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you now.
Okay. So I don't know, in front of your phone screen, there's a green button there saying share. I don't know if you can see that button. That should be
Yeah,
able to help you share your screen. Have
I've
you have
I've
you tried
clicked
that?
it. Yes, I've clicked it, and
Because
then there
you
is
are
a
a
pop-up that
co-host.
says I should choose what I want to share. But
Yes.
the blue share button here is not activated, so I cannot click it.
Okay, that means I think it's from your phone then, because I can share my own screen. And you're a co-host, you should be able to as well.
It's on my PC, and I don't understand why it is like this.
Yes,
Actually,
yes, it's from your end. It's okay. So maybe tomorrow then.
all right.
Or the next. Yes. All right. Okay, let's continue.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, that you have to like be a part of a kind of NFT community, or if yeah, but you saying something? No. Okay. So even if you cannot like in case it feels so difficult to like just get in part of a community, I think you guys can like a few of you can come together and do your research, compare notes, and then before you know, you people, you now be building your own community, because that's how it works really. If you if if you feel like everything won't be spoon fed to you, you only be taught basics, but those in-depth analysis are things that are left to you alone, and only you to kind of learn, and as I mentioned, it's better to learn by doing, not learn by attending classes and just writing notes, you know. It will be better if you learn by doing, uh I'll go on from here with, now I'm going to go on to assuming, I was talking about how to buy NFTs earlier with your wallet. I was just explaining that whole process for those who want to like collect NFTs. All right. So now I want to explain the same thing, but this is for those who want to create NFTs. Example: photographers, visual artists, musicians, and what have you. If you have a digital file, make sure you are the owner of it, and then you want to create an NFT. You want to make that beautiful picture that you took to be an NFT. You want to make that awesome art that you painted or drew to be an NFT. This is how you go about it. All right. The first thing you do. Oh, I just saw this question. Let me just clear Jeff's question. The increase in gas fees and the likes of them. What actually cause an increase in gas fees? Okay, I said that what causes the increase in gas fees is traffic. Like there is a lot of transactions going on that particular blockchain. So when there is a lot of transaction going on the blockchain, it causes the gas fees to spike. I mean, and go up immediately. So when there are lesser transactions going on, there will be lesser amount of gas fees. So you see, in the whole world, the you need to consider your time zone when you are trying to do some things. When I joined this space, I did not know all these things. I was just going as a vibe, carried me, and I spent more than I was supposed to. So now there is something that people that I learned along the line, and that I learned that time zone really matters. Like right now, it's about 10 p.m. here. In US, being EST, it will be about 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. So if you want to do, if you want to approve a transaction, then you see that, for instance, now today gas fees has been high today. You know that there's that it's because maybe people from around the world, people from other time zones. I'm actually really talking about US and Asia. They are awake. You understand? So they are moving. So if you want the gas to catch gas fees at a lower rate, it's advisable, in my opinion, that you tackle that thing at around 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. That would be night time in US and really early morning in Asia. That makes it that makes the whole scenario that there is not a lot of people at that time around the world using that blockchain. And that is when I always catch gas fees on a very, very low, actually. So this is my opinion. You might find another trick that is better. Please, you share it with me in case you do. But in my opinion, this is what I found, all right, and that's what I'm sharing with you guys. Like gas fees are like a lot better to get to. Are always cheaper in the early mornings in our time zone in Nigeria. It's always in the early mornings, 3, 4 a.m., sometimes 2 a.m. It depends. So I hope I answered your question, Jephthah. Thank you. I'm happy that you understood that clearly.
Yeah, yes.
So I was going to talk about how to create an NFT. So to create an NFT, let's say you're an artist, all right? You've gotten your art. Everything is intact. You finish creating it. You beautiful. You have the title that you want to, use. You have the description of that work of art or the inspiration. You've written everything down, all right? What you need to do now is to go to a marketplace. OpenSea, Foundation are open marketplaces. That is, they are free for anybody to join. Excuse me. They are free for anybody to join. What you just need to do is go to their website. For OpenSea is OpenSea.io. For Foundation is Foundation.app. I beg, make I use pidgin for this one. Don't open OpenSea.com. It is a scam website, and nobody can seem to bring them down for over 2 years now that I've been in this space. OpenSea.com is a scam website, and they'll clear your wallet. It's the official OpenSea is OpenSea.io, and for Foundation, it's Foundation.app.app. So please take note of that. It's really important. And if somebody is educating you and the person does not emphasize on security like 8 times in 2 sentences, that person does not love you. Before I complete the next paragraph, I'm going to emphasize on security again because it is really, really important. There is no customer service that you call and say this happened. All right. So please take note. It is OpenSea.io, Foundation.app.app. There are other marketplaces. There's over 100 marketplaces. All right, they are curated ones. I mean, curated. It means that the the uh, the curators, like the people, it's like handpicked. All right, you kind of apply, and then they review your application, and then they accept you, to mint NFT on their marketplace. All right. So there are those are curated platforms, and then there are now open platforms that are like open to everybody. All right. So that being said, when you open get on the marketplace of your choice, the next thing you ought to do is you click connect wallet. That will give you access into this thing. Then for OpenSea, go to create. You go to create where you can create an NFT, and when it opens, it will make you to create a collection. When someone says NFT collection, how I picture it, all right, this is how I picture it. That it is a folder, all right, and then the NFTs are files that are inside that folder. I'll come again. When I say NFT collection, NFT collection is the folder that your NFTs are inside. Don't get it confused with the wallet, or you get, because it is a collection that is in your wallet, all right. But the folder where these NFTs are in a collection, all right. I hope that was clear, because I really hope that was understandable, because I got really confused when I got into this space earlier, when I first got into this space, and I was learning that it was really confusing. When I heard collection, I was so confused. At some point, I thought they would talk about some designer collection, but it wasn't. It's just as simple as something that is a folder that you put your NFTs, all the NFTs that you are creating. Let's say for a photographer, you have 10 photographs that tell the same story, all right. You have 10 different photographs that tell a very similar story. You want to put them in one collection, all right, as opposed to having them separate and just detached from each other. You put them in one collection, so that when you have another photography project or gig, then you have another story. You can create a different collection for that other different story. I wonder, is there any artist among us? Is there any artist, photographer among us in the room? Just hola right here in the chat box, in the bubble, all right? So, so when you do that, you would create your folder, write the name of the collection that you want to create, the description, and you know the description of this thing, and all that. You put in all the details, all the metadata that you wish to put about your collection, about that particular collection. You put it all in there, and then it after that you now go back to the home page of that this thing. Go to collections. Let's open that collection that you had created earlier, and then that is where you can like create an NFT inside there. All right. That won't be clear, but it's just I'll put it down here. That it's one of the things I'll have to share from my screen. All right. That's one of the things I'll have to
All
share
right,
from
sir.
my screen, because I'm not sure that you guys would understand what I'm talking about from just explaining it like that without seeing it. Okay. So far, is there any question? I think we've gone past an hour mark. Is there any questions so far? Please tell me there are questions so far. question.
Okay, I have a question.
You have a question? Shoot.
For the NFTs, is it a must that we must use MetaMask? How about Trust Wallet? I've heard people say about Trust Wallet before, some time ago.
That's a great question. Trust Wallet currently cannot hold NFTs. It's not built to hold. Like you cannot view your NFT from your Trust Wallet, so to speak. And no, MetaMask is not the only wallet. Maybe you missed it when I mentioned it. That MetaMask is just the most common one on Ethereum network. I mentioned about blockchain earlier. There are different blockchains, all right? There is Ethereum mainnet, that is the one that Ethereum is on. There is a Tezos network, that is the one that Tezos is on. There is Solana. There is Cardano. These are the 4 or 5 most popular blockchains that support the technology of NFTs. All right. So for each of these blockchains, there are different crypto wallets to use. I'll give you an instance. For Solana, you can use Phantom Wallet. For Ethereum, I mentioned MetaMask. There is another one. It's called Rainbow. There is another one. It's called it's keeping my head. Coinbase. Yes, Coinbase also. And on Tezos, there is Kukai wallet. There is Temple wallet. So there are different wallets on the different blockchains. But I would advise that you use the most common ones, the ones that have stayed and had a test of time with them. They've not had any flaw. They've not crashed at some point, and what have and all those stories. So there are different blockchains, and then there are different wallets to accompany them. I hope I answered that question.
Yes, very well, I understand.
Awesome. Any other question?
Okay, yeah, I have a question.
Okay, shoot.
Let's assume I'm selling an NFT and no one is interested in buying that NFT. Can that NFT lose value or something?
Oh no, you cannot lose the value. The only thing
Okay.
that you have something to say, go on.
No, you can continue.
Okay. No, it will not come down in value. You see, it is let's say you listed it on a marketplace, all right?
Okay.
Can you hear you, sir?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I'm hearing you now, sir.
Oh, you did. You didn't get what? Hello?
Yeah, we weren't hearing you before. I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I was saying that no, that it will not come down in value, all right? That the duration that you had it listed for All right, is the listing that will just get expired. All right. The only thing that would probably happen that would make the value to come down is if someone bought it and then the person now the person now listed it at a lower price. Let's say for instance you list your art now for 0.1 if, and then I buy it, then I now decide to list it now at 0.05. That is the only way it can come down in value. But so far as nobody had bought it earlier and it's still your property, the value the value cannot come down. All right. I hope that was clear.
Okay. Yeah, very well.
I hope that was clear.
Yes, very well.
Okay. Is there any other question? I want to go into smart contracts.
Yes, sir, there's a question.
Okay, shoot.
Okay, sir, please, while you're trying to sell your NFT, can you be scammed when somebody says they wants to buy and then during the process of trying to sell to someone, the person scam you? Is it possible?
Yeah, yes. That is a very, very, very popular. That's a great question. That's a very great question, and it's a very, very popular scam in this space. You have where you have people send or someone send you a DM and tell you, oh, you're a very nice artist. I love your works. You know what? I want to buy all of it at the same time. But most what they always do is that they will always tell you that, hey, that they cannot buy all at this time. That please you should click this link so that you can do this thing and swap for them. That is the trick they always use. No matter what they say or do, they cannot have access to your phone or your device if you did not click the links that they sent you. For someone like me, I really avoid those links. I have some friends I've made in this space. They are developers, so them they have the guts to take the link and still open the link and then know that it is a fraudulent link because they probably have their own softwares installed on their computer that detects all those kind of stuff. But since I do not have it, I do not trade. I do not try to overreach because I do not click any links. No matter how they'll just sweet talk the whole thing, it will always end in open this link and do this thing. My advice is do not open any link. At that point, just ignore the person or just block them. Don't ever feel like something is like you've missed something. Exactly. There's a popular terminology. They always call it FOMO. That's FOMO, fear of missing out. So they know how to create that thing so that you feel like, hey, this is another generational wealth that I'm going to miss out on. You understand? So when you now have that fear inside you, you want to click every link that you see. You want to try out everything that you see. And in the end, you only get your wallet compromised. I'll give you guys an illustration of something. There was one crypto OG in this space back in 2021 that his wallet got compromised. When he just joined the space, there weren't a lot of educators in this space. Everybody was just learning as they go. When you learn something, and then we gather together, you just share knowledge of what you've learned. So he didn't know that he has permitted someone to kind of have access into his wallet and everything. And this is the mind-blowing part. This thing was his wallet was compromised for over a year before the hackers decided to wipe the wallet. You see, so these people have the patience to have access into your wallet and wait until you've made a significant amount of money before they wipe it. So you might think that I don't have anything in my wallet, there's nothing they will take. But if you plan to use that wallet and have something, my dear, I would just advise you just forget about that wallet and then you open a new one. But there's no need to panic. There is ways to revoke, all those access although that you have to do it directly on the blockchain, it is very complicated and tricky. I myself, I'm not very, very familiar with it, but once in a while, I just go around there and just make sure that I'm watching my back. So yes, people can hack you if they send you if you click on their links, and then they cannot hack you if they just promise you everything heaven on earth and you do not click on their links. All right, I hope that one was clear.
Yes, sir.
All right, is there any other one? Should I go into smart contracts? I won't really go very, very deep into smart contracts. It will just be very, very surface kind of presentation of it. I can go on, Abi.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So smart contracts. What are smart contracts? Smart contracts are lines of codes, There are lines of codes that make an NFT. Let me try to put it really, really simple. When someone says a smart contract, when someone says they deploy a smart contract, it means that they have deployed something. They have deployed codes, lines of codes that kind of define what your NFT is about. For instance, I create a work of art now, all right? And I mint it on my smart contract. What my smart contract has now on my own art is that it has the royalty percentage. Royalty means that when something is being resold, I get a percentage or a cut from it. It has the royalty percentage. It has the benefits for the people, the information for the benefit of owning that work of art. What I mean by that is that the information that if you own so and so work of art, if you own X, you will be able to you gain access to XYZ. All right, that information like that is written on the smart contract. So you have different informations like this and others, all right, that come together and then they just make up what we call a smart contract. Pretty sure that does not make sense. Does it? Did that make sense?
Yes, sir, but I felt that from some point.
So I think you need to recap.
All right, I got you. What I said is that a smart contract is lines of codes and lines of information, all right, that makes up for an NFT. For example, you can have information such as if somebody owns X NFT, he will have access to XYZ or something. Okay? Why am I here? If someone just give me a minute. I just scattered I just scattered my resources. I just scattered my resource. Just give me 2 seconds, or I'll be back in a jiffy. Okay, all right. Okay, I want to fetch a resource for smart contracts, because this one is not something that I can preach on it from now till morning. I'm sure I'll only get you people confused. Just give me a minute. I'm almost done here. A guide to smart contracts. Okay. Okay, I've shared it in the chat. I've shared it in the chat here. A smart contract is a programmable code stored on the blockchain that runs when predetermined conditions are met. For example, these conditions are executed if a user buys an NFT, or swaps one cryptocurrency for another, or initiates a crypto loan. Once parameters have been met, all the outcomes are executed immediately without any time loss. This is because the contract terms are executed as code running on a blockchain like Ethereum. An example of this is an artist receiving royalty payments in crypto for an NFT that was sold. I don't know if that was clearer than the jargons I was spitting.
I wasn't able to jot down.
I've shared this thing I'm reading now, okay? I've shared the link on the chat. All right?
Okay.
Yes. So, like other standard in real life contracts, like how the land deeds, smart contracts establish the terms of agreement, like parties involved, the royalty split, the royalty I mentioned earlier, and the technology allows the developers to harness blockchain security, reliability, and accessibility. What makes smart contracts, like what makes the contract smart, is that it is executed code running on the blockchain that eliminates the need for any third party. Let's say now, like an artist creates their work and then somebody wants to buy it. You will not need a lawyer to like kind of stand as a middleman or a witness to come and say, hey, see, this is we want to do this agreement, or you sign, you sign, you sign, you sign. You do not need that with smart contracts, all right? So that is like the advantage of smart contracts. It just, when the lines of codes are written, and then you that wants to buy, you meet all those conditions, that the artist has stated clearly on their smart contract. you know, when you meet those conditions, you can be able to buy it, and the artist can be able to claim royalty from his works that, you know, has been sold. So that is, it is actually a very, it's a very very deep and very technical part of NFTs. It has a lot to do with the coding aspects of NFTs. And you know, this is also one of the factors that makes blockchain technology to be decentralized. It's also one of the factors that makes blockchain technology to be decentralized. Don't forget to just drop your questions on the chat box if you have. Smart contracts operating in this way have their advantages since all transactions are available for the public to view. So nothing is kept secret and nothing can be edited after a transaction has taken place. All right. And
All right, sir.
you can view transactions. You can the whole you can view smart contracts through the blockchain and the website of the blockchain, something like Etherscan. If you say Etherscan, Etherscan is for checking transactions on Ethereum network. There is SolScan, that's for checking transaction on Solana network. So that is where you can like do a deep dive into, you know, this smart contract. Some people would say that it is important for you to read and understand the smart contract of any project before you buy into it. I know it is that important. It is actually important to do that, but you just need to learn how to read smart contracts and you know, where to go to read the smart contract. Uh, and that is there a question on smart contracts? No question on smart contracts. I'll be moving on to tokens. No questions here. All right, great. All right. So now tokens. Tokens have been used to describe different aspects of the blockchain technology. All right. But now I will be focusing on a few things like DeFi, decentralized finance tokens, governance tokens, security tokens, and we talked about non-fungible tokens, NFTs. So DeFi tokens are typically used to facilitate decentralized finance protocols that allows people to lend and save, insure and trade without the intervention of a bank. These tokens are also held and traded like all the other cryptocurrencies. I know people kind of mix up, you know, what a cryptocurrency is and what a token is. It's just a little bit of a mix up, but we are not talking. This lesson is not actually about DeFi tokens now, so I cannot really go really deep into that because it's something else entirely. So also we have something called governance tokens. Governance tokens are a protocol for platforms or DAOs. DAOs are decentralized autonomous organizations. DAOs. Now in the chat, DAOs. They are decentralized autonomous organizations. All right. So I I think I mentioned it when I came to to present one time at the office, I made mention that DAOs are like WhatsApp groups that have an account, a bank account, all right, and everybody has access into that bank account. So basically, they are just that, people, a community of people. There is their treasury, people having access to the money there. People, you can like, write down a proposal and request for some funding for your project, request for funding for some idea that you have, anything. Just write down your proposal, and then you just apply to the DAO. If you are a part of a DAO, if you're not part of a DAO, you will not be able to even have access to do that. So now, people who have governance tokens in all these DAOs are the ones that will be able to vote for a particular proposal. People put in proposals. If you have the governance token, you can vote for it and or vote against it. All right. So there's also security tokens. This one is just equivalent to traditional security. The main use is to sell in a company without need for a broker. Then there's the non-fungible tokens. All right. So the things that we need to take note of in a token is that a token has a unique ID identification assigned to it. No two non-fungible tokens, no two NFTs can be similar or the same. All right, because they are all very very different. They are just defining the word non-fungible, and then you can be tokens can be assigned to different blockchains, be it Ethereum, Solana, Binance, Tezos, and so on and so forth. Also, about smart contract. Smart contract, like something you have to take note of in smart contract. It has a contract address. All right, a contract address. It looks very similar to your crypto wallet address. All right, but it's not the same thing. Just a very long string of letters and numbers. If you click on that on any contract address, it will take you to the blockchain. Let's say Etherscan, for instance, to take you there, and then you can kind of read that contract, the details of that contract from the blockchain. The smart contract also makes the royalties to be possible as for artists and creators. It also lives on the blockchain, and the name contract name will be collection name on OpenSea. So as I mentioned, when you are creating NFTs, that when you create a collection, all right, and then that collection that I mentioned, that is like a folder where you put your NFTs. Okay, so the details that you put down in that collection are the things that will make up for your smart contract. All right, for that particular collection. So the collection name is your contract name. It's the name of your smart contract. All right. Was that clear? I hope I didn't. Nobody got mixed up there.
Clear, sir.
All right. So there is something that something about smart contract that is kind of really tricky, and this really goes really for the artists and creators this time. So you see, as I mentioned, the NFT marketplaces earlier, where you can create your NFTs on there, and all of that. Exactly. There is something that people tend to not really understand. Okay, there is how you can create those collections and on OpenSea, but the the contract address will be on OpenSea's contract instead of your contract. Did you hear me? I'll just repeat that. There is how you open a collection on OpenSea, and instead of the collection, remember I mentioned that your collection name is your contract name. But there is how you would open a collection on OpenSea, but it is not on your contract. It is on OpenSea contract. There is so there what that means basically, and what I'm trying to say is that it is very important for artists to own their smart contract. Okay. Earlier on in the space, OpenSea made it possible for everybody to create a generic collection on OpenSea's smart contract. They still do it, it's still open, but it will only be better if you have your contract and then you create your art or your NFTs on your own smart contract. In that way, you will not be giving OpenSea any money in terms of royalty, because OpenSea takes 2.5% from any NFT sale that is going on their marketplace. So now, if you are now meeting on their own contract, they will now take 10% plus their default 2.5%. That makes it 12.5% of your work that they will take. All right, it's in their terms and conditions. It is written out loud. It's not like they are doing it behind anybody's back. So it is advisable. I always advise artists to mint on their own smart contract. So most of these marketplaces that are curated, they make it possible for artists to mint on their own contract. And also, this other marketplace called Foundation.app also make that possible. I'll drop the Foundation website here. They also make it possible for artists to be able to create on their smart contract. So there are other protocols that make it possible. There is the very, very popular protocol now called Manifold. Manifold is very popular. I use it to mint all my NFTs now since last year. So Manifold is very popular, and also you won't have a size limit on your file that you are uploading, as opposed to uploading to marketplaces where they will tell you, you cannot upload something more than 50 megabytes. You cannot upload something more than 75 megabytes. You understand? If you are doing it on your own contract or on some of these curated marketplaces, you get to mint and then create your thing on with the size that you want it to be. Even if the thing is 100 megabytes to upload, and it will go through. I was expecting that somebody will ask me a very, very important question, like, when somebody uploads these arts, where do they go? Something like that, because I mentioned that it is decentralized, but nobody asked me that. So I'll just go ahead and answer myself. When somebody, when you upload your art and then you mint it, it goes to a file system that is called IPFS, Interplanetary File System. It is a decentralized server. It will sound like a lot of this thing, a lot of tech has gone into it and all that, but really it hasn't. It is a network of computers, different people's computers, and different servers all over the world, that all these files are being saved up there, all this information, everything on the from the smart contract to the files that are the NFTs to the blockchain itself, everything is decentralized. That means there's no centralized server, there's no centralized point where everything is kept. Everything is on everybody's system at the same time. So as I mentioned, the smart contract platforms, there's Manifold, and there is Foundation. There is also Super Rare. That's where you can create your own smart contract perfectly without coding. No coding will be needed. You understand? Yeah. So no coding will be needed, and all that. I'll just go through a little bit of how it will look if you are trying to mint via Manifold. When you connect your crypto wallet to Manifold website is manifold.xyz. Manifold's website, I just shared it now in the chat. Manifold.xyz. You connect your wallet, you launch the DApp, that's DAAP. You create a smart contract. Remember, the smart contract name is the name of your collection. All right. So it is the name that will appear on all the marketplaces like OpenSea. You create a contract symbol. That is, let's say, for instance, Bitcoin. The contract symbol for Bitcoin is BTC. All right. Contract symbol for Ethereum is ETH. Okay. So you create a contract symbol. And you should also take note that if, for instance, the name of your contract, your idea was to name it the Blue Moon, then you type in the Blue Moon. If somebody else has created a contract called the Blue Moon, you need to change it and use something else, because they cannot be, remember, it's non-fungible token, so it cannot be alike in any way. All right. So either you change the spelling, or just play with it a little bit to be Blue Moon. Maybe instead of spelling BLUE, you can say BLU. You understand? You just twitch things a bit, just make it creative and something. Yeah. So after that, you create your smart contract symbol, and then you choose the type of token that you are trying to create. There are different kinds of tokens. I'm sure I mentioned them earlier. ERC 721 and ERC 1155. One of them, the 721, is one of one. That means there is no replica, there's no the same of that particular token. All right. 1155 means that although this picture is there, it has different editions. So let's say if I have 10 editions, it will be numbered 1 over 10, 2 over 10, 3 over 10, up to 10 over 10. So out of the 10, if someone collect anyone that you collect, you see the numbering of the ones that you collect. This one is for the tokens called ERC 1155. I'll go again. When you get on Manifold website, manifold.xyz, you connect your wallet, you create a smart contract. Smart contract, remember, is the name of the collection that you want, and it is the name that will appear on all the marketplaces. You cannot change it, so you have to be sure of it. All right? You create a contract symbol. For instance, Bitcoin's contract symbol is BTC. Ethereum's contract symbol is ETH. All right? You create those. You just be creative. Then you choose the type of token that you want. ERC 721 is a token that is very unique. You cannot have editions of it. It is just one. ERC 1155, I said, although you can have one picture, but it's different editions of it. You can have a limited edition of 10 or 5 or 20 or 100. The number is your choice, and then it will be numbered like when you look at the contract, when you're all done, you see that the tokens are numbered from 1 to 10 respectively. All right, so after that second step, the third step, okay, is for you to mint your smart contract. What minting means is that you are just you are sending in that information of the smart contract. You are sending it in for the miners that I mentioned earlier. For those miners who now implement it on the blockchain. It's technical, and I don't even know how to break it down because I don't do it. I don't know how it is done, but basically, they just take it, they take the information you provided and a smart contract, and then they just implement it on the blockchain, and that will now make your smart contract to be on chain, that now come on the blockchain. So now you are done with the smart contract. The next thing you are now going to do is to mint the artwork or the token. All right. How you do this? You upload the media. Maybe it is an audio, an MP3, an image, or a video, or a text like a poem. Let's say it's a poem or something. A text file. You upload it to Manifold. You understand? Like I think they accept just .png, .jpeg, MP4, and MP3, and text files .txt or something like that. When you do that, that one is not even a difficult process. You put in the name of the art and then the description, ahead. Yes. After that, what you now do next is that you set your royalties. Do you want your royalties? You can set how much royalties you receive on the secondary market. All right. The secondary market is it's like let's say I don't want to use the word retail. Let's say for instance an artist mints something now. Okay, it is now on the primary market the moment you mint it. Let's say I come buy it now. When I buy it and I list it now, it means it is now on secondary market. If you uploaded your work at 0.5 Ethereum and I buy it and then I list it at 1 Ethereum, okay, when that work sells at 1 Ethereum, the artist will receive a certain percentage, all right, from that work. If the person I sold it to decides to list it and sell it again, the artist will still receive a certain percentage from the price of that work being sold. Okay, so that whole that little cut that the artist is getting is what we call royalties, and you can set your percentage from 3%, 10%, 15%, or 20%. I usually set mine at 15%, or some people set it at 10%. Okay, so when you're done setting your royalties, you check that everything is working and exactly how you would like it to be. You now go to, it means, like, at this point, it means your NFT has been minted on your smart contract and everything is on chain, everything is on the blockchain. So to list it now, you now have to go to the marketplaces. OpenSea is the biggest marketplace. Foundation is competing, but it's not the biggest. But there are other marketplaces, X2, Y2. There are lots, there are hundreds, almost thousands of marketplaces. So you can either go to them individually or the ones that you would like your works to be minted, and then you set your price there. All right. And please don't set your price like maybe on OpenSea you set 1 ETH. When you now went to Foundation, you now said it's 2 ETH. It will give up. People won't trust you. You understand, because people in this space do a lot of research. If they see something here, they go to another marketplace to see whether that thing is also there. You understand what I mean? So if you do something like that, it's kind of fishy and dubious. So I wouldn't advise anyone to do that. Okay. So this is a few frequently asked questions about this whole manifold process. Can a smart contract be edited or changed? No, it cannot be changed. It cannot be changed because it's on the blockchain, and things on the blockchain cannot be edited.
Okay, excuse sir, please. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we have barely 15 minutes to round up this particular class for today.
Yeah, of course. I'm done. I'm actually done now with manifold.
Okay. So guys, if you have any questions left, just bring them all out now, because we'll be bringing this class to a close very soon. Thank you very much, sir. You can continue.
I was just reading out some frequently asked questions on manifold. So in case maybe someone didn't even think about that question, you can just have the answers at once. How can platforms interact directly with your smart contracts? When you create once you've minted on your smart contract and everything, it should just automatically appear on every marketplace because it is on the blockchain. And the way the blockchain is, every marketplace is being built on the blockchain. Therefore, like a marketplace is like a mirror of what is on the blockchain. So if you mint your thing on the blockchain directly, it should be able to appear directly on any marketplace. Please.
Daniel, oh Jesus. See that boy, the next one is on the ground.
Who is this now?
Please, I would like you guys to.
Please mute yourself.
Please, I'd like you guys to ask me questions. We'll be rounding up, and tomorrow, before we begin tomorrow's class, I hope I'll be able to resolve this screen sharing thing to show you guys where to click when you're trying to create an NFT, and then what to do when you're trying to buy an NFT and all of that, approving transactions, signing your wallet, and all that. But I'm open for questions. Please ask me questions on everything we've done today.
Who is this person?
So you can go ahead and mute her. I think you are the host now. Ma'am Christina, mute yourself, please. Okay, guys, do you have any other question, please? I think this is the end of it for this class. Okay, we have a question here in the chat room. I don't know if you attended to this ones already. How do you connect? Who is saying this? Abbas. Okay. NFTs. You're asking about NFT airdrops. Abbas, you meet your coach in your mentorship. When you start your mentorship, that's when you meet your coach. Oh, I don't know if I'm being heard.
I think Abbas is trying to say something, or
yeah, so, oh God, network. Can you hear me now? Abbas, mute yourself. Okay, can you hear me, please?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just end the class. Network seems to be very, very bad at my end, not everybody. I'm not seeing any other question. So any other question that they have, they'll bring it to the next class. So do you have any other thing you want to tell them, or can I go ahead?
I would like to re-emphasize on security, and also really encourage you guys that, see, like, you can join so many master classes. You can join tens, 20s, or even 100 of master classes, but if you don't pick up your device to download a crypto wallet, learn how you will buy and sell it by yourself, learn how you can buy an NFT by yourself, when you make your profit, to see how you can withdraw the money and hold the liquidity in your hand. If you need to actually learn that. I would like to encourage you guys to learn that. Watch YouTube videos. Literally these days, if you just search for anything at all about NFTs on YouTube, I think you would see all those tutorials. So it's in your hands to kind of uh, you know develop from here. Like, for instance, I talked about so many things. If you now want to do it on your own now, you see all those things that I talked about. You see them, and you'll be able to understand how to navigate this space. And also, please do not click any link. It cannot be overemphasized. Security is paramount in this space. Yeah, so that's all I'd like to say. See you guys tomorrow.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Zion. You've shared more than enough with us today. Guys, I'm glad that the few of you that stayed with us from the beginning to the end of this class, you guys were able to learn despite the little challenge we had with the screen sharing. Mr. Zion brought a lot to share with us, and that's the screen sharing problem didn't stop him at all. So whatever questions you have left, write them down. It will be attended to in the next class, and your timetable will be out before that particular class.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I hope everybody can hear me. So
Yes, ma'am.
okay, so go back to your group, share everything that you've learned with us, everything that you've learned. So share it in the group so that others can pick it up as well. And then this particular session is available on our YouTube, so you can go watch it there as well. For those of you who wants a recap on everything, you can go watch it there as well. The link has been dropped there in the group. So thank you very much, Mr.
All right,
Zion,
sir.
once again. Thank you very much. So we will talk. I'm not sure Mr. Basin is still available, but I'm sure he'll contact you before the next class. So thank you very much. Let's bring this class to a close. Good night, everybody.
Night, ma'am.
Good night, man.
Good night,
Good
ma'am.
night, dear. Good night. Good night, guys. Mr. Zion, please end the meeting.
Good night.
Mr. Zion, can you still hear me?
Please, I was made the host. Can I end the meeting? Hello?